when Ishowspeed was in Nigeria, he clocked 50 million subs. It was also his birthday, 21st birthday. And towards the end of the stream, video shoutouts were played, including from his dad, I believe his close friends, including Davido. There's a phone call as well that was made to Davido, who's one of the greatest artists from Nigeria. I think fellow streamers, including Edin Ross as well. But the part that I was actually waiting was a birthday wish and shoutout from his mom. I watched from the very beginning to the very end. I saw nothing. And that just tells you the position of Ishowspeed'S mom in his life. Um, Judging from all those experiences, and I've watched almost all the video exams and the interviews where Ishowspeed says he loves his mom. And in the stream where he clocked 600k subs and also I think a million subs as well when he was still living with his mom, uh, he always wanted approval from his mom. And you could see, when he clocked 600k subs, he called his mom in to come, congratulate him. And the mom told him, I don't give a F about, your subs. In fact, there's a place where I think the mom is telling him to shut the stream and just, exit and stop streaming. And the mom as well screams and yells at him and tells him she has other things to do. So Ishowspeed never received his mom's approval. And I believe in as much as whenever he tours the world and goes and receives all this public love, the greatest love that Ishowspeed will always want, and the first love is his mom's love. Because your mother is your first woman that you get to experience as a man. The greatest wound a man can battle and carry is the wound of a heartbreak and disapproval from his own mother, because your mother is a demonstration and a representation of who and what women are. So she sets the pace. You experience your mother as the first feminine energy. So if she disapproves of you, you carry a broken heart, and that will always be a wound in Ishowspeed's life. But as time goes by, healing will come, Speed will grow older. But one thing I can give credit to that dude, and I believe he's such an incredible, special, gifted person in so many ways that I myself would never understand. Maybe I never know as well what he did, is that he has a big heart. When he became a millionaire, he went and bought his mom a house, a $1 million house. He still loves his mom. He still wants his approval. And I believe part of the brokenness that he carries is because of his mom. Also, Ishowspeed had to work extra hard so that he succeeds, because he knew school was not meant for him. And I'd honestly tell you, school is not meant for every child. And there's always alternatives. And I believe with the system like in the United States, a child can be anything, not necessarily having to go through the conventional way of studying and graduating like Harvard, the HBC, the NYUs and the rest, the Ivy Leagues. You can always diversify yourself and major on something. And look, Ishowspeed became a millionaire at 16. Now his mom depends on him 100%. And I'll tell you, eventually there'll be healing. I'm trusting there'll be healing in Ishowspeed's life and reconnection to his first love, who will always be his mother, because the first feminine energy in your life is like a godly energy that comes from your mother. My mom never spoke to me for 24 plus years. I missed a very important part of my childhood without growing up in my mother's warmth and love and care and protection. But when my mom came back in 2019, I took her in. In fact, part of the money that I was given, which went directly to my mom to sponsor and pay out for some of the things that she was missing. Because I went through so much. I was put in so many compromising places, abused, used, and dumped. And I did a lot to seek people's approval because I never had my own mother. And Ishowspeed knew that he had to succeed because the mother wanted him to go to school and learn and get a job. But school was not for Ishowspeed. He tried school, he dropped out. He was always that odd one out student in class. And so he knew that the only way he has to please his mom is by succeeding in what he was doing. And streaming was the only thing that would save him. And look, he became a millionaire at 16, bought his mom a house. He's now the most followed person in the internet in Africa, in the United States, Europe, Asia, receiving love from strangers, but not from his own mother. So that's a brokenness that Ishowspeed will always suffer from. And I pray that someday, and that actually affect your sexuality. I wouldn't be surprised if Ishowspeed said he's gay or bi, because there's so many people who they've received a disapproval from their mother, and it actually altered, the sexuality perspective and the experience as well. Because if the first woman who's supposed to love you and care for you as a man, as a child, never loved you, never liked you, boom, you lose faith and trust in people of the opposite gender. There's a Yoruban saying that says, a man is who his mother makes him. A son is who his mother makes him, meaning that the first woman you experience is your mother. It's like godly energy, like I said. So I get it. And I pray that all the good vibrations and healing goes to him. You might just never know.